Hidden beneath the dusty plains of southeastern Turkey, on a remote hilltop near the city of Şanlıurfa, lies an archaeological enigma that has upended everything we thought we knew about the dawn of human civilization. Göbekli Tepe, an awe-inspiring ancient site so mysterious and monumental in scale that its very existence challenges the fundamental timeline of human development, casting doubt on long-standing beliefs about the origins of religion, organized society, and monumental architecture, and since its rediscovery in the 1990s, it has become the subject of intense global fascination, scholarly debate, and spiritual curiosity. Because this sprawling complex of circular stone enclosures, T-shaped pillars, and intricately carved animal reliefs dating back to 9,600 BCE, some 7,000 years before the Great Pyramid of Giza and 6,000 years before Stonehenge, stands as the oldest known temple on Earth, built not by a settled agricultural society, as previously assumed necessary for such feats of engineering, but by nomadic hunter-gatherers whose presumed capabilities have now been thrown into question as archaeologists and anthropologists scramble to piece together the motives, methods, and minds of the people who created this megastructure, one layer at a time when humans were supposedly still struggling for survival in a harsh, post-Ice Age world, and not yet ready to erect sacred spaces teeming with symbolism, astronomical alignments, and communal significance, which raises the unavoidable question: who were the people of Göbekli Tepe, and what compelled them to build a temple with such immense effort and intentionality at such a pivotal moment in human prehistory? Especially given that each megalithic pillar, some towering over 16 feet tall and weighing up to 20 tons, had to be quarried, carved, and transported without the wheel, without draft animals, and without any metal tools, indicating not only a staggering level of cooperation and planning, but also a spiritual or cultural impulse powerful enough to mobilize entire communities, possibly across generations, to participate in a laborious ritual of construction and eventual burial. Because strangely enough, long after the enclosures were completed and served their purpose, whatever that purpose was, the builders seemed to deliberately bury the site under layers of dirt and rubble, preserving it for thousands of years like a time capsule waiting to be uncovered. And even today, only an estimated 5% of the site has been excavated, suggesting that the secrets of Göbekli Tepe remain largely concealed beneath the ground, hinting at further revelations yet to come. And as researchers sift through the dust of antiquity, they are continually confronted with iconography that defies explanation. Like the repeated depictions of fierce animals, lions, boars, snakes, vultures, etched with astonishing skill into stone by hands that had never known agriculture or metallurgy, prompting questions about their mythologies, fears, and cosmologies, and whether these animals symbolized totems, deities, or elements of a long-lost belief system far older than any known pantheon, or even encoded messages about survival, death, and rebirth. And there's also the question of the site's celestial connections, as some archaeoastronomers have proposed that the positioning of pillars and enclosures might reflect star constellations or solar cycles, possibly serving as an ancient observatory or calendar, though such claims remain speculative in the absence of written records, which Göbekli Tepe predates by millennia, and yet the site's complexity implies the presence of some form of knowledge transmission, be it oral tradition, symbolic language, or collective memory, powerful enough to organize and sustain a massive building project. And as these implications ripple through the academic world, they challenge the traditional linear narrative that agriculture gave rise to religion and settlements, instead suggesting the radical alternative that religion, ritual, and spiritual gathering might have catalyzed the Neolithic revolution itself, drawing people together to form the first proto-societies not for food, but for faith, not for necessity, but for transcendence, making Göbekli Tepe not just a temple, but the birthplace of organized human culture, a sacred hearth around which the first communities may have formed and flourished, And complicating matters even further is the site's puzzling construction phases, which suggest that different enclosures were built at different times, spanning possibly over 1,000 years.